Hi Alex, my name's Simon from Little Big Marketing San Diego. You spoke to my brother Mark, or actually it might not have been you that spoke to Mark. I think it was Colin, about having this free custom video sent over to you that's going to show you a little bit about the opportunity that you have with SEO, but also which is search engine optimization, which is basically the process of ranking your website and or Google business on Google up to the top of search results for any given keyword that is relevant to you. And a keyword is just anything that someone might search on Google looking for a particular product or service. So something like artificial grass installations in Los Angeles. Now it looks like you've already had some SEO performed. There is something that I want to kind of show you on that. But to get started, I want to show you that opportunity, right? So I have taken your own website and put it into a tool I use here called Ahrefs. You might be familiar with this tool. It's quite common in this industry. And if you've been doing any of the SEO yourself, or maybe you've seen it on an SEO company, something, I'm not sure. But very, very widely used tool in the SEO industry. What I want to show you here is that some of these keywords have great volume. Now, the keyword on the left, volume on the right here is how many times per month, on average, a keyword is being searched as per this tool. Okay, so artificial grass Los Angeles, 150 times per month. Los Angeles artificial grass, another 150 times. Artificial turf, 100. Okay, and then if we come down to the really buyer intent keywords, meaning these people are usually ready to purchase, artificial grass installer or installers, installation, turf, we're looking at 150 plus searches there for that. So if you can get in front of or at the top of any one of these keywords, you look to gain around 28 to 30% of that volume turning into traffic onto your site. Okay, so if you can be at the top of a keyword that has 100 volume, you're looking at around 30 clicks each month for that phrase if you're at the top. Okay, if you're also in the map pack on Google for your Google My Business, and I'll show you these in a minute, but if you're also at the top there, you can gain another 20 to 30%, sometimes more depending on the industry and the location, and which also actually turn into closed jobs much more often. I'll explain a little bit about that as well, but you can see here there's quite an opportunity for you to rank. Now, what I like to do is kind of break down how I like to perform the process, and the three main areas of SEO that I focus on are content, backlinks, and citations. The first thing I'll start with is content, and what I'm looking for specifically is words and images on your homepage. Google likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on a homepage. Basically, the amount of content, that amount of content tells Google if you've written 1,500 words about landscaping or artificial grass, Google's going to look at you like the expert. Okay, so it doesn't look like you've got quite enough content on there. And then the second part of content is images. Professional images are great, but they are not necessary. In fact, simple photos taken from your mobile phone are just as good in all aspects. In terms of for SEO, because they actually have data embedded on them where the photo was taken and when. Google looks at this to build trust, so it actually knows you're operating in the area that you say you do. Just because there's a lot of spam, fake website listings out there, so it likes to see embedded data on images. But also people that users that come across your site, if they see images that are too professional, they often mistake them for stock images as opposed to real images that they want to see. They want to see your work, and even if it is your work, if it's too professional, they don't trust it. So but these look great, really nice images. The website looks fantastic. I can see you've got some on-page SEO performed. One thing I wanted to check was how these images are being saved. Okay, synthetic turf project, not bad, because we want to save these as keywords, right? Synthetic turf install. Usually you want to include the Los Angeles or whatever local area you're in. So could be further optimized. I like to see that you've got the locations here. I'm just going to see if these actually go anywhere. It does, so I would say you've definitely got someone working on SEO for you, branching out into those different location pages, which is nice. Okay. Now what I want to look at is your top competitor. So in the search bar here where I've got artificial grass installation Los Angeles, I'm going to scroll down to the Google organic search section, and I'm going to choose Sin Lawn here. Okay, because they're at the top or closest to the top, other than those directories like Yelp. All right, so, bit jumpy. I know these guys are a really big company and they've got a lot of location pages, and you know, they're quite a sturdy brand at the moment, but nothing that good SEO can't overcome. So they've got very little content, so Google's not going to be necessarily looking at them like the expert. So if you go ahead and put some more content on your homepage, plus those real images, save them correctly, you're going to find that you'll beat these guys out on step one. Now, the 3 tips that I'm sharing, content, backlinks, and citations, they work in unison. So right now, if you get that content, those images on your page, you're becoming the expert. Now we want to go out and get endorsements. And what we use is backlinks. Now you've got 598 backlinks coming from 318 domains, referring domains, which is just the referring website. And these backlinks act like endorsements, okay, in Google's eyes. It's almost like they are endorsing that content, endorsing you as the expert, your brand, your website, your business, each time they link out to your site. Okay, so and if you didn't know, all a backlink is a mention of your website or business, that when somebody was to, that it's hyperlinked, so that when someone clicks on that, it takes them to your website. That's a backlink. Okay, hope that makes sense. And yeah, so you've got 598 coming from 318 other websites. But what I want to show you here is where this referring domain section is. It looks like you probably started SEO with a company around October, and they've just thrown on a ton of links all at once, which is never going to work in Google's eyes. Google wants to see a bit more of a slow uptrend, otherwise it doesn't look organic. No website goes, you know, in 1 month from 0 to 280 referring domains, and then 300 odd in, you know, just over a month. They don't. It's just impossible to get that amount of endorsements in such a short space of time. So not only will this this can hurt your SEO and prevent you from ranking in the worst case, in best case, and the worst case can get you a penalty. What I want to show you though is we can click on here and see exactly what types of links that that you're getting. And I'm just going to filter here on the strongest links. Okay, so I can see that you've got some good ones here. These are directory listings, Yellow Pages, similar to Yelp, Home Advisor, Angie's List, Triple B, Expertise. You know, these are all similar to those. These are all great websites to use. Now, as I come down, I'm just looking at, these are more directories. So someone's put on quite a lot of directories in one go, which is okay. You won't get penalized for that. They just hold very little value, a lot of these directories. So each endorsement that a website offers varies. Okay, endorsements coming, or backlinks coming from topically relevant sites or industry relevant, either other landscaping or artificial turf or other home service industries, offer a higher value endorsement than any other website. Then if you're looking at these local ones, these local business citations, now this just says local. It doesn't actually mean it's local to your area in LA. So these are kind of a false positive here. But if you have some California-based directories or Los Angeles-based directories, they also offer a bit of a higher endorsement as well. Okay, just gonna have a little bit more of a look through, because it was just strange to see so many links get added at one time. But it's just a whole heap of directory listings. Okay, so using this technique, it's going to take you a long time to rank. Okay, you're not getting any endorsements from any topically relevant or industry relevant sites. So I would be looking into that. If you've got someone actually performing this service for you, maybe they're just doing citations for you, that's totally fine. But if you want to go and get some backlinks from relevant, you know, sources, you might have to do that on your own, or get a company. This is what I do. Okay, is get you the correct backlinks based on your competitors. So we know that is this Sin Lawn? That's you. Sinlawn here I've put into the same tool. Now these guys are ranking and they've only got 12 backlinks coming from 11 referring domains to this specific page. Okay, they've got a lot more backlinks going to their overall website, but we don't care about that. We're only trying to beat this singular page. So the reason you aren't beating these guys already with so many more backlinks is because they're not as high a quality, plus that domain power that they're gaining from the links going to their overall website. So usually what I would come in and do with the top ranking websites is I will come and look at the links that they have, and I would go and get those same links because I'm going to use them like a roadmap. Okay, so what I would be doing with Sinlawn here, instead of just looking at this singular page, is I'm going to open this up here to domain with all of its subdomains, and you're going to see a lot more. Okay, so we can see 11 at the moment. Now we're looking at 2,200. Okay, so I would then go ahead and get any of these good ones that are relevant that I can get. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get these Sinlawn ones, but that's okay. But as we go down, I would literally go through every single one of these links and see which ones are actually adding value and which ones weren't, and get those ones that are. But then I'll go and get more industry relevant, more locally relevant ones for use to outrank them. Okay, that's kind of the overall purpose, is to get the content on the website, become the expert, and then get more endorsements than anyone else as that expert. Okay, then the third tip I mentioned was citations, and citations are basically anywhere your business name, number, and address are mentioned on Google, and what they help is get you into this Google Map Pack. Those citation sources that you already have, once you get your other types of backlinks in order and you get that content on your website, you'll rank in this Google Map Pack quite quickly. As long as your Google business profile is optimized correctly, you have the correct categories, you have the consistent information across all of those different listings, you will start to rank in this map pack. So you're kind of 1/3 of the way there. All right, so I hope this helps. I do want you to just be mindful of how many links are being added at one time, because that can lead to it's a algorithm penalty, not a manual penalty. A manual penalty means your website will be usually means it'll be taken off Google for a period of time until you correct the issue. But with an algorithm penalty, it just won't rank your site. And if we actually look at the keywords and that you are starting to rank for, or in the top 100, oops, I want to go to position. Top 100 of Google, looks like you're starting to pop up there for some now. But if we, I did have it filtered on those LA terms here. Okay, so on these LA terms that are sort of hyper relevant to you, these are going to generate the highest quality leads. You're still on sort of page 3, page 4, page 5, and so on. So it doesn't look like these are changing as much as some of those other open non-location modified keywords. So I would be tending to target these a little bit more heavily, just because they do generate higher quality, more buyer intent leads. Okay, so I hope that all makes sense, and that this helps. Please feel free to reach out with any other questions. I'm always happy to provide any more insights at all. There's no sort of strings attached or anything like that. If you do want to start utilizing my company to promote your website and Google business, or to SEO your brand, one thing I do like to run in conjunction is these Google guaranteed ads, because they are a pay per lead advertisement, meaning you only pay when someone either calls you or submits a form on your website or sends you a text, whatever it is you have set up to tell Google, hey, that was a lead. That's when you pay. I do use these ads as well, which is just a pay-per-click ad. So you pay each time someone clicks on the ad. Still can be very lucrative and effective when done correctly. But the reason I mention this is because when you're looking at SEO, you probably already know that it's a long-term game. So it can take a period of months to years in higher competition markets. Not so much yours, but in others. And using these Google ads can generate faster revenue or short-term revenue in order to pay for the SEO campaign, and then obviously make money on top of that as well. Okay, and then once the SEO gains traction in 3 to 6 months, you'll really start to notice an increase in business and go from there. So yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to reach out to myself or Mark, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks a lot.